Hey, what's up guys? It's me, AB, and welcome back to the Bedrock Tech Center. Today, I'm going to be showing you the basic mechanics of my Piglin Bartering system. There is a lot of information to go through in this video, so if you just want the block for block tutorial of the circuit, go ahead and skip to 4 minutes and 55 seconds into the video. I'm not going to show you all of these circuits block for block because they are not all my designs, but I will explain what they are and how they work in the full system, and I will also leave links to other creators' videos in the description below. I will be taking you through this bottom section block for block, as this is the bit that I did design. It is a system to deliver gold to the piglins and to pick up the items consistently over time in large quantities. Technically, this is not the fastest way to do this, but this is what I found to be the best way to process large amounts of gold AFK over time. Before we get into my design, I am going to show you the fastest way to barter a small amount of gold with a piglin. All you need to do is set up a basic observer clock by placing 2 observers facing each other. You can toggle this with a sticky piston, which will pull one of the observers in and out. Connect that to another sticky piston and a gold block. Moving this gold block will repeatedly aggravate the piglin, which will cause him to trade instantly. If we take a stack of gold, you can see that he chucks out items extremely quickly. So if you only have a couple of stacks of gold, then this is definitely a really quick and easy way to do it that doesn't require a whole lot of setup and doesn't take that much materials. So then why build this giant machine? Well, Piglin Bartering can get you tons of different resources. In fact, there are 17 different items that you can get from piglins, and all of them have a different likelihood of being offered in different quantities. Needless to say, these items are incredible for builders, so having a steady supply of them makes a huge difference, particularly the quartz, blackstone, and the gravel for concrete. Interestingly though, many of the other items really lend themselves to a full nether survival playthrough. Things like the water bottles, the ender pearls, and the fire resistance potions. Really, if you want to be like a nether guy, it's a big thing to be bartering with these pigmen back here. So if you have a gold farm and want to process large quantities of gold into resources, bartering by hand can get very tedious very quickly, so that's why I built this system. If we turn on the farm, we can see the way it works. Just from down here, it will launch all of the minecarts, which hit the detector rails. Those detector rails will both send a signal to these droppers to drop a piece of gold onto the piglin, while simultaneously triggering the gold block, causing the piglin to instantly trade that piece of gold. If we put some gold in here on this first one, we can see as soon as it hits the rail, it will have some items traded. And then it will come to this minecart unloader system, which feeds directly into our item line going to a centralized storage system. I do not have a central storage system built in this creative world, but in my survival world I do. This farm is currently designed to go underneath the floor or underneath the gold farm. You can either load gold in straight from your inventory or input multiple shulker boxes with gold ingots inside of them. Those will travel down into a shulker box unloader, which was designed here by Super Laggy. I'll put a link down to this in the description below. From there, the gold is fed into this hopper line, which feeds the Hopper Minecart, which evenly distributes the gold into all of the droppers sat above the piglins in our trading system. I've also added this vertical dropper line, which will feed these shulker boxes once emptied right back up here into the shulker return. That's not shulker boxes. This is another pretty simple circuit. The dropper line is fed from the return chest of the shulker unloader, and the observer line next to the droppers power them when the sticky pistons are powered on. Now that I've had a chance to show you the ins and outs of the machine, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys right through the block for block tutorial and show you how to build the circuit. To build this circuit, you're going to need the following materials. 1 stack of solid blocks. It has to be smooth stone. No other block is going to work. You're going to need 4 slabs, 7 pieces of glass, 1 block of gold, 1 chest, 1 block of redstone, 14 redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, 1 minecart with hopper, 1 redstone repeater, 1 redstone comparator, 1 hopper, 15 powered rails, 3 rails, 1 detector rail, 1 sticky piston, 1 dropper, and 1 piglin. You will probably have to catch this piglin somewhere in the nether. I would recommend clearing out a large area in the nether to give yourself plenty of space to work with, and also slabbing over the floor and any other spawnable blocks to prevent unwanted mob spawns in the area. You're going to want to build this at least 10 blocks into the air to give yourself some space underneath to build a storage system. Go ahead and break these blocks underneath. First, place a block of redstone on this center block and 6 blocks in each direction. On one side of this row of blocks, place another row of blocks, and then you're going to break this first block on the end. On the other side, place 2 blocks right here. On the opposite end, place 3 blocks coming off this middle row, and 1 block on either side of that first block. Now we are going to place in the rails. First start with a powered rail, then a regular rail, then 11 more powered rails. Place a regular rail, a detector rail, and a regular rail. It is very important that you set the rails up exactly like this to maintain a proper signal path. From the first rail you placed, place a block right here. This will both turn on the first powered rail and serve as the on-off switch to toggle the minecarts. On the other end, we will build the minecart unloader. First place a temporary block on the end and a block on top. Then place a slab on the side and break the temporary block. Next, place a chest underneath the slab and another chest to the side. Feed a hopper going right into that chest. Place a block on the outer side of the chest, a redstone comparator facing outwards from the hopper. Place a block on top of the comparator and a block to the side. Place a repeater facing inwards and a block on the back side of that. And lastly, a redstone torch right underneath on the middle block here. We will now need to put powered rails here, here, and on top of the hopper. This is the minecart unloading system finished. Come to the other end of the circuit, place a glass block here, a temporary block on top, and a dropper facing downwards. Break that temporary block. Go ahead and place 2 glass blocks on either side of the rails, and 1 more glass block here. Finally, you'll place a glass block next to the rail here. Take some redstone dust, bring it down this step, and all the way to the detector rail. Next, you will place a sticky piston and a gold block right here. This gold block moving will aggravate the piglins and cause them to trade instantly. I would recommend placing a slab here, here, and here to prevent unwanted spawns in the area. Now you will need to get a piglin into the cell. The last thing you will need to do is place a minecart with hopper on this unpowered rail and either power this back block with a redstone line or a lever. Now I will demonstrate how this works. If we place a bit of gold into the dropper and turn on the circuit, as soon as the minecart goes over the detector rail, a gold ingot will be dispensed to the piglin, who will then trade instantly due to the gold block moving. The minecart with hopper will then unload the items into the chest until all of the items are unloaded. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider dropping a like, subscribe for more videos like this, and let me know what you'd like to see in future content. Thanks for watching. Bye!